Hi everyone, so today we're going to be going through a 2020 and 2019 governor's predictions. So in 2019 we have the governor's races in the states of Louisiana, Mississippi and Kentucky. And then in 2020 we have Washington, Utah, Montana, North Dakota, Missouri, Indiana, West Virginia, North Carolina, Delaware, Vermont and New Hampshire. So looking at this right now, we can see that Democrats, they're probably going to win Washington. I mean, it shouldn't be all that difficult for them to win a state like Washington. They're probably also going to win Delaware. I mean, it's a pretty blue state along with Washington, quite blue. In the state of North Carolina, I'm going to come back to that, but there is a very popular incumbent governor in Roy Cooper right now, so I think that there's a good possibility of that. So in the Mississippi governor's elections, in the polling that we have right now between Tate Reeves and Jim Hood, the latest poll we have shows the Democrat here up 2, but there are still a lot of undecided voters, so I'm not going to be all that inclined to go with those. There is a possibility an independent runs, and in this case it doesn't really change the fact that Jim Hood wins in that scenario. But again, I don't necessarily think that it's the most likely scenario. If we continue to look at other primary polling, Jim Hood versus whoever that is, Jim Hood obviously wins in a landslide in that potential Democratic primary in Mississippi. So we can see in the Mississippi governor's race, the Democrat is often ahead there, but I'm still not very inclined to give it to the Democrat just because, again, it's still a very Republican state. I'm going to tilt it over towards the Republican candidate as of right now. So as for Utah, that's going to go to the Republicans without question, with that incumbent there. North Dakota, I also think, would go towards the Republican incumbent governor there. I believe the incumbent Republican governor in North Dakota is Doug Burgum. In Indiana, I also see this one going to the Republicans. I think actually there is a good possibility though that if who's it called, the young Pete Buttigieg, if Pete Buttigieg doesn't win the primary, I think there's actually a good chance that he goes on and runs for something in Indiana, maybe governor, maybe representative. If that's the case, I see it getting interesting. But as of right now, Indiana stays in the safe Republican column. Up in Vermont and New Hampshire, these two are normally categorized as Democratic states. However, Vermont has a popular Republican incumbent governor, and along with New Hampshire, it has a Republican incumbent, but not necessarily as popular as the Vermont governor. So 20 Democrats, 24 Republicans. Where can Republicans get over the line and win the National Governors Association, have more governors in states than the Democrats? So they can win in the state of West Virginia. Right now, Joe Manchin is contemplating a potential governor's run, but at this point, I think that he'll probably just stay in the Senate, given, he doesn't want to give up a job he already has for a job that he might not even get. But at this point, I see it being a likely Republican in the state of West Virginia. So 25 Republicans, 20 in the Democratic column. I see Missouri putting the Republicans over the line. I think there's a good chance Jason Kander, who ran for the Senate in 2016, I think there's a good chance that he runs. But again, it's not definite as of right now. If Jason Kander doesn't run, I see it being likely Republican. If Kander does run, I see it coming right down to the wire. Kander might even have a slight edge of about a 52 to 48 edge, but still, it's going to be very close in the state of Missouri. So we have Montana, Louisiana, Kentucky, and North Carolina. In the state of North Carolina, there's a popular Democratic incumbent governor. I see North Carolina moving into the likely Democratic column. So we have Montana, Louisiana, and Kentucky. In the state of Louisiana, again, John Bel Edwards is very popular. I do see that in the state of Louisiana, John Bel Edwards narrowly clinching on to his seat in the state of Louisiana. Down the south, being a conservative Democrat, I think he can narrowly hold that seat against strong Republican opposition. So 26 Republicans, 22 Democrats. People are saying, Matt Bevin in Kentucky, a Democrat, has a good chance to win, but it's still quite a far away until the polls close in Kentucky. I still see that one narrowly going towards the Republicans, and then in the state of Montana, I see this one very, very narrowly going towards the Democrats. There's a popular incumbent governor there in Montana in Steve Bullock, I believe. I believe it's Steve Bullock who's the incumbent the incumbent Democratic governor in the state of Montana. There's a good chance that he now runs for the Senate seat against Republican incumbent Steve Daines. And then there's a good chance that the former Governor Brian Schultz, I think the name is, I can't pronounce it on the top of my head, but I think that person, there's a good chance that he now takes Bullock's place as the governor. But again, there's going to be strong Republican opposition in the state of Montana from statewide elected officials, like I believe the Attorney General is running. I believe there's a few other people in statewide office are running for governor of Montana. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Comment down your suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.